Hi there everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while, guys, but I am back with some content, especially for you perfume lovers and those of you who are interested in Parfums De Marly's female fragrances. Okay, so guys, do want to apologize. It has been very busy at work. A lot of the times I've had to take my work home, so any spare minute I had to dedicate it to my work. Also, I've been having a lot of trouble filming. So when one of my last videos that I did was the Cassily Amber 23. That 5-minute video literally took me 2 hours because it would delete, it will stop recording, all sorts was going on, so that also kind of delayed me in my filming. But guys, thank you so much for bearing with me. I will respond to any comments that you have made on my videos in due course. So let's get into it. So Parfums De Marly has become a very popular sorry, you can't see properly, niche house, especially in the fragrance community. Okay, now the most popular one is Delina, and I don't have a full bottle, guys. I have about 4 travel sizes, which is 10 ml. So if you did want to sample, you might want to try either this discovery kit, the woman's one, or they have one where you get all 3 travels in a travel set. Or there's a new the woman's discovery one where it has Delina Exclusif, Delina La Rose, which I haven't smelled, guys, so I won't mention that one, and Cassily. So Delina is essentially a rose lychee scent with this peony, which gives it this sort of sparkly vibe. Okay, so if you have tried Very Good Girl by Carolina Herrera, or you smelt it, it does resemble Delina quite a bit. It resembles it, for me personally, much more than Angel Nova. As soon as I smelled Delina the first time, I was heavily reminded of Very Good Girl. Now, are they dupes? I'm not sure. Maybe like 70% or so. The Very Good Girl is so much more sweeter. It's more youthful. I feel that Delina is that sort of classy one that you could sort of wear all year round. Where I think with Very Good Girl, it's a time and a place for it. That's just my personal opinion. But nonetheless, I do love them both. Well, I love Delina more. So Delina there's some rhubarb, which some people find to be a little bit sharp. I don't pick up too much of the rhubarb. I feel the rhubarb is, well, you know, it's been blended so well, so that hasn't put me off, but it might put you off. So do sample it first before blind buying, because these fragrances ain't cheap. Right, so there's vanilla, there's musk, there's cashmere, cedar, vetiver, and incense. Also, if you're a bit sensitive to vetiver, again, sample first. There is some incense. I don't pick it up too much. I also feel if you're a very big fan of Chloe, the Chloe signature, the Chloe Fleur, you know, that line, I think you will also really enjoy this one as well. I find the Chloes to be a bit too soapy, sometimes a little bit harsh, but I feel like the Delina is okay for me, like I can cope with it. So yeah, so with Delina, you get some who love it, some who don't, some who prefer the exclusive. Okay, so let's talk about the exclusive. I actually have the full bottle, and currently as it stands, it is my favorite one. So here's the bottle. Delina, it has the Delina Exclusive written on it. I haven't seen the actual original Delina bottle, so I can't commentate on differences, but I know it's a bit difficult to tell. Well, maybe not difficult, but they're just so similar. Yeah, so that one still has the lychee, it still has the rose, but this time it's got oud. This time the vanilla is more amped up, and that's what for me makes it quite different. This one is a little bit more warmer, more sweeter, because you've got that amber base there, and you've got the incense in there. I just love this so much. The pear as well. The pear as well also adds to the sweetness. It's gorgeous. I don't know of the two which one I would recommend, but it seems to me that most people enjoy the exclusive more because of that heavy vanilla. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of rose, but I still enjoy them. I think they're just perfectly done in these two fragrances. And I know why people talk about these fragrances a lot, because, I mean, I've got a lot of fragrances with rose. Let's be honest, rose is one of those notes that pairs a lot of fragrances, but I don't like it. There's just certain roses I can deal with, but in Delina Exclusive, it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you were sort of, you know, like you wanted to treat yourself for Christmas, for your birthday, this would be a type of scent you know, I could recommend for you. But again, you might want to try the travel size set, the Nude Woman Discovery set, which has this one, if you want to sample. Right, then let's move on to another popular one, which is Cassily, which I did pick up a full bottle of. I did pick it up in the sale. So Essentia were having their 25% off. So I picked it up. I think it's every September they do it. So I will next September probably pick up the full bottle of the original Delena. So Cassily, let's talk about Cassily. It's a red currant scent. There's floral notes. There's a little bit of rose. There's frangipani, plum, petilia again, mimosa, vanilla, tonka bean, and sandalwood. This one, I thought I would like it immediately, but I didn't really, because I was getting this peach, and at the time, I actually wasn't the biggest fan of peach, but now, guys, I have started to pick a couple of peach fragrances, which I'll speak about in a different video. So for me, I picked up a plum. And I pick up more the plum, frangipani, mimosa, and vanilla in this one. But not too much. The vanilla just gives it a slight sweetness. So what I'll say about a lot of people... Okay, so people compare this to designer fragrances. It's a bit difficult for me to find a reference point for you guys for Cassily. And I'm not sure it's one, I don't know. If you're like, you like similar scents to me, I'm not sure how you feel about this one. Like I said, it had to grow on me. It wasn't until I wore Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Parfum that I liked, that it made me like this one. I wore actually layered, so I wore the Le Parfum and I sprayed Cassily on top, and I was like, and I felt like there was a slight resemblance between the two. So I'm even wondering now if Le Parfum actually has some plum. I don't think it does, but I do get this sort of plum feel from it, which is quite similar to this. So imagine like Jean Paul, you know, Le Belle came out with an EDT version or a Leger version. I feel like if they had this, but with an amped up vanilla, it could be a flanker. So there's that. This one again is more spring. I feel like it's a spring sort of scent. So if you want a fragrance for spring, you can have that. Again, like I always say, it's up to you when you want to wear your fragrances. But it's been one that I haven't been reaching for. So I'm currently got the travel size out. I haven't been wearing it all too much just because it gives me a spring feel. Now, actually, we'll come back to longevity in a moment. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to Athalia, which is one that I've been flirting with to get or not to get. This one is a powdery violet scent. So here's Ophelia. Ophelia comes in a black bottle. This one I will use in my next rotation, and I'll decide then whether I will buy a full bottle or not. So it has orange blossom in the opening, there's iris, there's musk and amber. This is according to Fragrantica, but I know this definitely has incense, so do be careful before you rush out and blind buy this. This has incense. So those of you who live in London, you've been to central London, you know Edgware Road, this is what this reminds me of. It is ultra feminine. Again, like Delina Exclusif Cassily, very, very feminine scent. Now, I really love this upon first sniff, but I kind of had this feeling that a little bit like Cassily, I had the same thought as Cassidy, that I might like it for a season and then it might end up in the declutter pile. So that's why I have hesitated with purchasing a full bottle of this one. It's really nice, it's elegant. But for me, this was one of the ones where I was like, I wasn't sure where I was going to wear it to. With Cassily, I can find places it can be an everyday scent. But this one, I felt like I had to be quite specific of where to wear it. And I also felt there's a scent that I would like on myself, but other people might not necessarily like it on me. So I'm quite decisive about that. It's a powdery, because of the iris, musky. I don't get too much orange blossom with this one. I mainly get a powdery, ultra powdery, feminine, musky incense scent. I don't know, didn't get much of the amber either. So that is that. I think this, I don't know, this is what, you know, I don't know, when I think of this, guys, I do picture wearing like a warm jacket, you know, coat. You know, there's trench coats, Mac type of, you know, there's very sort of fancy looking coats. Not fancy, but, you know, not a puffer jacket basically, but like a classy coat. It does scream elegance, this one. But where will I wear it to? That's just my only thing. But yeah, so I'm on the fence with this one. Darcy, guys, I'm going to be, you know, I want to be honest on my channel. I couldn't do Darcy. I couldn't do it. Right, let's look at Darcy. Oh boy. Right, so Darcy Citrus. So it's mainly, you get mainly citruses in the opening. There's some rose, some jasmine, you get patchouli, sweet notes, musk, and woody notes. So when I sprayed this one, guys, on paper, it wasn't too bad. I think on paper, I got citrus with patchouli. Let me smell it again. Oh gosh, if I can open it. Great, I've got Cassily on my nose. Yeah, so people compared it to Coco Mademoiselle. For me, it was a little bit slightly closer to the intense version, which I own. But guys, when I put this on skin, when I put it on clothing, oh guys, I couldn't do it, guys. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, guys. So I picked, what I got on skin was this sort of dark chocolate liqueur, and it sounds really weird, with patchouli. Guys, I just couldn't do it. I'm not purchasing a full bottle. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. I just couldn't. So I had to look up the notes, and I think it's the sweet notes that gives it what I don't like in it. I think maybe if it didn't have those sweet notes, I might have enjoyed it a little bit more. It's a no for me. Actually, I don't want to put you guys off, but I do want to be honest at the same time. Sample it first. Maybe if you love your Coco Mademoiselle, you might enjoy this one. Sample it first, please, 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 before you go and buy it, because it just wasn't for me. I'm actually growing to like the Coco Mademoiselle Intense. It took such a long time, but now I'm enjoying it because that one has some sweet, if no fruit notes actually, which I felt didn't really blend well, but now I'm okay with it. But yeah, guys, I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. So I can't comment on lasting power or anything. Safanad, guys, you know I picked the full bottle straight away. It's my kind of scent. I haven't worn it yet. It will be in the next rotation, which is coming up in about 2 weeks' time. So I'm so looking forward to it. This is your Orange Blossom scent. Orange Blossom, guys. Right, let me find the notes. Ay. Where did I put the notes? Oh boy, guys. Okay, sorry guys. Bear with me. Right, Safanad is your Orange Blossom scent with some pear, orange, ylang, some iris, some vanilla, sandalwood, and amber. What I mainly pick up is Orange Blossom and amber. Not too much vanilla. And I wouldn't say it's an overly sweet fragrance. I know there's sandalwoods, but I do pick up some sort of woody fragrance. This does remind me, yes, of Classic Essence, as I've said. However, this one I enjoy more because it's warmer. Like, I wish there was one, like the two of them blended together. It's like, would be my ideal scent. So this one has the warmness that I want from Classic Essence. Classic Essence has the sweetness that I wish this one had. But nonetheless, I do really like this one. This is my taste. This is my sort of style of fragrance. Okay. Let's move on to Meliora. Meliora was another one I, had in the basket along with Athalia. But the more I wear it, guys, I just haven't reached for it. First 2 times I enjoyed it. Meliora, let's see the notes. I wonder if there's jasmine. What I just get is this. It reminded me, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, like an air freshener or something like that. Like if air freshener that maybe I used to have or we used to have in the house. There's red currant, red berries, cassis, rosalie, lily of the valley, ylang ylang, musk and vanilla. Mainly get musk with some fruity notes. It's nice, guys. It is probably out of all of them the most sort of designer-like. It's easygoing. Again, I'm not encouraging blind buying, but it's the one that if you love your fruity scents, you can't go wrong with this one. But yeah, it just for me felt a bit flat, and me picking up a full bottle when I could use that money for something else, I was a bit like, yeah, it just wasn't for me. I just became a little bit bored of it, unfortunately. Guys, I'm not trying to be shady or anything or diss fragrances, and I don't want to say it's basic or anything like that. It was just for me, I just didn't feel anything, guys. I have to, me, I have to feel something. I need to feel cozy, I need to feel spicy, like, you know what I mean, guys. But yeah, it just didn't do much for me. It just felt a bit flat for me. That is Meliora. But it's one, you couldn't hate this one. And maybe, guys, as well, think about the season that I'm wearing this. Maybe, guys, in spring I will enjoy it more. So maybe I shouldn't rush too much to judgment. I am sort of wearing it in sort of warm when it wants to weather. Okay, and last but not the least, guys, is the new one. And that is the Oriana. So again, a little bit like Meliora. It's not as, and again, no shade, it's not as sophisticated or classy as Delina, Athalia is. It's much more youthful as well. But any age can wear fragrances. Like, I'm no spring chicken. But I do have a young vibe about me, so I never diss anyone who sort of, likes these sort of young type of fragrances. But it's quite on the young side, looking at the bottle and whatever. But yeah, let's talk about this. So it's an orange blossom scent, which for me it's got a very similar orange blossom feel that Safanad has. Let's look at the notes. It's got orange, bergamot, grapefruit, orange blossom, raspberry, blackcurrant, marshmallow, whipped cream, musk, and amberette. So on first sniff, I'm going to do a bit more of a detailed video on this, but on first sniff, I did get Love Don't Be Shy. That quickly went away, and I picked up the fruits, but not necessarily the raspberry. I picked up the mandarin, the bergamot, and blackcurrant. So this was on paper. Then I got the marshmallow, which I'm happy about because some people said they didn't get any marshmallow. And then, actually, I didn't pick up whipped cream. I got the dry down all I got was musk and marshmallow on paper. Then when I sprayed it on myself, on clothing, I picked up the orange blossom quite heavy in the opening. Finally got the raspberry. I was like, ooh, this nice sweet raspberry. The marshmallow obviously came out along with the musk, and then I finally got the whipped cream. Or was it chantilly cream? I think Parfums De Marly say it's chantilly cream, but on here it's with fragrant whipped cream, and it's just creamy, it's sweet. It's a sweet fragrance that I can't imagine you hating, but I'm not sure you would be, you know, fainting over it, if that makes sense. So again, guys, I'll do a full, I've got a comparison video that I will film for you guys. Right, guys, we're on the 20-minute mark, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Right, Cassily, guys, on skin, out of all of them, apart from Oriana, was the weakest on skin. On clothing, with my Le Belle Le Parfum, it was quite strong. When I layer it, it becomes quite strong. On clothing, it's quite decent, but it was the lowest. Longevity was the lowest out of all this discovery set. Then another one which was also quite low was the Meliora, but not as bad as Cassily. This one did last quite a fair bit on skin. However, projection, sorry, Cassilly's good for projection. This one, not so much. Look at, like, if left up to me, guys, this will be finished. This would be finished. So I found the projection to be, out of all of them, the weakest projection, the weakest longevity. Athalia and Safanad were quite neck and neck in terms of longevity, lasted quite long. So if you're looking for long-lasting fragrances, these two are the ones for you. These, Cassily and Safanad, have the better projection. Darcy is for you, I don't know what to say, citrus, patchouli lovers. Darcy is the one for you. I have no plans of wearing it or getting a full bottle. I'm so sorry, guys. Do not buy this one. Delena. Delena is for those of you who want a classy, everyday fragrance with rose, that peony, that lychee. You love lychee, you want a bit of rhubarb, a touch of incense. This one is for you. If you love very, very good girl, you will like it. If you love your Chloe fragrances, I feel that you will also enjoy this one too. If you love Delina, you love a good vanilla scent, maybe for weddings, for parties, I don't know, maybe even date nights, this is the one for you. Maybe the safer blind buy. Actually, Delina also reminded me of one of the Nina Rose Lick Stars. It's the pink bottle one. Slightly reminded me of that on skin anyway. Oh, this is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Top 10 for life. Right, Cassily is for you flirty girls. Oops. Spring. That's got this juicy plump. This one, okay, like Delina, has this sort of sparkly feel to it. I think this one, the mimosa, gives it this sparkly, peachy feel. It's got your florals. I don't get too much vanilla. But yeah, this one is the one that closely, it's not the same as Delina, but there's just a connection between the two. Safanad is for you orange blossom lovers, okay? I know some people say it smells a bit vintage and stuff. I don't get that, but you might get that also. But if you love a good orange blossom scent, this is the one for you. And if you love your marshmallow Sundays, Killian Love, don't be shy, this fragrance is for you. Right, guys, so that is it. I hope it helped. Haven't smelt the Le Rosé. Actually, with Essential, I got this one and this one with Essential. And they say when you buy two, you will get the these samples, and that has the La Rosé. But for some reason I didn't get it, and that might be because this was on pre-order. So this one came, I think, like a week or two after this one. So yeah, right, guys, that's enough from me. What are you interested in? We're interested in Darcy. Did I put you off? I'm so sorry. Meliora. And people say you can get Lelique Amethyst. Guys, save money where you can, especially when it's with these niche fragrances, unless you're like really treating yourself, and you got to get it for full price, guys. But yeah, always check out Essential if you want the full bottles, or Beauty as well. Have Ophelia and Meliora, and for 75ml, guys, we can't complain. So yeah, all right, guys, bye, love you lots, take care.